It's for a bit of Australia, but I'm on radio here in New York, which is funny in itself. They took an Australian, and back in 2002, I squeezed your arm.
Did you?
At 9/11 1-year anniversary. If you remember down there? You were down there that morning? Yeah.
Right.
You didn't have cameras, you were just walking around as a tourist.
I think I was there just as a normal
Yeah,
punter.
you were. Yeah, that was me. I went, Louis, g'day, mate.
Really?
And you went, hey, how are you, mate? And,
I don't remember.
No, I'm not expecting.
If I remembered every time someone squeezed my arm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like,
but I do remember being there.
It was an affectionate moment.
I'm sure it was. I'm glad you treasured it so much. You know, I might grab my coffee.
Yeah, take your time, mate. Yeah, don't worry.
Stay right there.
Very loose here. Brad Blanks here. I'm sitting with Louis Theroux. How are you, Lou?
Good. How are you doing, Brad?
Good. Just relaxing day for you in New York City?
Yeah, just another day on the job. I'm plugging my movie, my Scientology movie.
I love the title straight out of the gate. It's your movie. It's your. It's all.
You saw the film, and you said you liked it.
I loved the film. If you wanted to delve into the documentarian making portion of it, it's how you've constructed certain things as you'd never seen before. And by having like recreations, did you feel you needed that to set yourself apart from other documentaries?
I think, I was forced into a different way of working because Scientology doesn't let people in. They view journalists as being akin to sexual perverts in their sort of how they analyze. You're 1.1 on the tone scale, which is an L. Ron Hubbard thing. So I knew they wouldn't let me in, so we had to find a different way of doing it.
You deep dive into Scientology here, which do you feel that you can never dive enough into this into this religion? Yeah, into this religion.
There's enough to do, about 10 different documentaries. Right. I would say that everything about it is fascinating to me, and it's something I've been interested in since I was in my late teens. I first heard about it. Right. You've got religion, you've got UFOs, you've got celebrities, you've got Hollywood. You've got this sort of corporate styling that it has. It's similar to McDonald's in some ways, but they're selling spiritual hamburgers, if you like. And at the heart of it is a story about extreme religious commitment, what people will do in the name of religious commitment.
Yeah, are there moments when you're making this so where you're like, oh, we don't have the right contact to to escalate the story? And obviously you do get the right contact in this gentleman, Marty Rathbun, who's phenomenal. Yes. But how do you, if you didn't have him, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't think we could have made it without Marty, because although there are many ex-Scientologists out there, and many of them speak out about what they experienced and they're bitter about feeling that they were taken advantage of. But Marty's got something unique, which is he was at the very top of the tree in Scientology. He was the Inspector General. Yeah. And so he can offer insight into Tom Cruise and how David Miscavige, the head of Scientology, behaved. And he's an expert on what they call the tech of Scientology. Right. He can preside over our reenactments of the actual practices and rituals of Scientology.
Yeah, there are moments where you're scaring Marty in this. This is one of the head guys at Scientology, and you got him in the room, and he's getting scared of what he's seeing that he helped create. Yes. Which is fascinating in itself. You had to a bit of a balancing act with your guy there.
He's still he's one of the things I like about Marty is how close to the surface a lot of his emotions are. Right. So in terms of having a contributor to a documentary, he's brilliant because he's right there with you in a very real way. And when he found me annoying, which he frequently did, he just put it out there. How
do you slow your mind down when you've got someone who's finding you annoying? How do you know to keep it?
I just enjoy
enjoy being annoying.
Yeah, the strange, not annoying. I just enjoy the strange conflict. I certainly wasn't trying to annoy Marty. I was almost the opposite. I was trying to sort of show him that I was. That I'd done my homework, I was curious, but it seemed like that. Some days it seemed that whatever I did, it wound him up more. But I think that also was because he saw it as his Scientology movie, and I saw it as my Scientology movie. So there was this little bit of tug of war going on.
Yeah. Well, there's some epic scenes in here. There's a base. There's a secret base which I didn't know about in the Scientology world. I've seen the big things in Hollywood, and but there's a secret base outside Los Angeles. You go to this base, and tell us a bit about what happens with your inspections.
Well, we went down there just to see what was going on. Partly because this is the secret headquarters where the Sea Org live, and the Sea Org are the most dedicated Scientologists, and it's among the Sea Org that the most serious allegations of abuse took place. But as soon as we get there, we're obviously on their radar, and people start coming out. And a woman who's a senior member of the Sea Org comes out and begins. She calls the police the first time, and then the second time she just becomes very abusive. And we get into this. Every time they arrive on the scene, the Scientologists have cameras, and they start filming me. So then you get this weird thing where they say, "Stop filming me," and then you go, "Hang on, you're filming me. Why would I stop filming you?" They put your camera down. I'm like, well, you put your camera down. Yeah.
For me, I'm watching that. It's kind of like a superhero movie where you don't know the superhero is Superman, like he's Clark Kent. He's dealing with one of the best documentarians, and you have your own camera. I'm like, don't deal with Louis. Louis is filming you. And are you waiting for the documentary that they're going to make on you?
Yeah, we should say. So they said when they were explaining what they were doing in legal letters that went back and forth, they were making apparently their own documentary about me, and I haven't seen it yet. I can't say I'm looking forward to seeing it. I have a feeling it's not going to be wholly positive. I don't know really whether they will end up making it. I guess it depends how well my movie does.
And in this, I'm bringing out nuggets of this great movie. You have this young actress who we've seen, she used to live in New York, Paz
de la Huerta.
Yeah. She just appears.
She's in Boardwalk Empire, and she's a terrific actress, and she's rather attractive, and she's wearing a bikini. And during a scene where I'm filming my first interview with Marty in his hotel room, she just appears at the window, and then she comes in and says, "What are you doing in here?" And we explain we're making a film, but it's very odd. Some people think that's staged, but it's not. It was
you didn't know who she... Did you know... Did you
not know who she was, no. But my cameraman did, and he recognized her. And I think she recognized me, oddly enough. Well, I don't think she definitely did, because she said, "Oh, you're that guy who does the BBC documentaries," and she was asking about them. That's why she came in.
Gotcha. And it was
she'd been sent by. I jokingly said maybe she's a honey trap, designed to kind of compromise us sexually. But I don't think. Well, she definitely wasn't.
So at the end of your movie, what do you make of this religion? Because were you given the right ingredients to form some sort of opinion on what...
I think probably there's a big misunderstanding about Scientology, in a sense that the people inside it are in any way, malevolent. I don't believe them to be that. I think they are sincerely devout and kind of almost selfless people, in as much as in the Sea Org. And this is really mainly about the inner circle of Scientology, which is the clergy, the Sea Org, not the Tom Cruises so much. It's mainly the ultra-dedicated people who sign their lives and all their future lifetimes to Scientology, that they are actually people attempting to change the world and the universe for the better, but doing in this way that's rather confused and wrong-headed and very susceptible to abuse.
What's next for you? What do you do? How's life after this? You got a great New York Times review today on this My Science. So well done. Yep, good.
Very nice.
Oh, really?
Really nice. Yeah.
Anyone else? Everyone?
LA Times, positive. So we're getting good reviews, and I think that's been a relief. It's nice because it's a very well trodden subject, and there was a HBO documentary by Alex Gibney a couple of years ago. We were actually filming at the same time as Alex Gibney, and so and we were always aware that his was being made. And then you've got Leah Remini's series at the moment. So it's nice to feel that we're out there, but we've got something different to offer.
Your greatest review I saw today was chummingly brilliant, was it?
Charmingly, I don't know.
It was a CH.
Chummy, I can't remember.
It's the first time you've been called chummy.
Chummy, yeah. Chummy's nice. Chummily I can't remember what was the New York Times, I think. It's on my Twitter feed. I just is it positive? Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't need to read anymore.
The chummy guy.
Yeah, I'll be chummy.
Yeah, good. All right. Thanks, Lou.
All right, thanks,
well done. Awesome. Your style, which is a unique style of interviewing, how do you go personally at dinner parties and when you meet new people that obviously know of you, when you're sitting down with your wife and having a nice meal with new people at the table, are people scared of you?
No. Do you think they should be scared?
No, well, like your line of questioning, they could feel there.
I have to be careful sometimes when I'm curious about someone and I'm keeping the conversation going, and then I become aware that they look a little uncomfortable, and then I'm thinking, hang on, they might think that I'm sort of going into interview mode. Right. But most of the time, I like to think that I'm quite approachable. I'm a pretty normal dude.
Good.